Hi there. In the previous video, we've practiced preparing journal entries using some textbook cases. Okay, in this video, we will study posting these entries onto general ledger and then generating trial balances. Okay, for that end, let's prepare general ledger here. The key issue here is, well, so far so good. I'm saying that we've prepared, we've recorded all of the transactions. So having a transaction is wonderful, but that said, is it really useful? May I ask you something? How much cash do you have now? Is it important? Yes, we need to know, right? How much cash we have. For businesses, that's true. That's also that works too. I mean, for example, how much cash do you have at the end of a period, at the end of October, is important piece of information, but can you easily figure that out? One of the ways of figuring that out is collecting all of the cash debit items, right, which is increasing balances, and then subtract the sum of cash credit side, right, which is decreasing balances. That will give you the ending balance of cash, right? Then, how can we do that? On one of the and we prepare them or we post these journal entries into general ledger, okay, to figure out the ending balances. For example, cash. Let's talk about cash general ledger. Maybe we should have one more line. General ledger of cash. Okay. For example, we can find cash in J1, right? Maybe I should have this here. Insert. Okay. We have cash J1 date here, right? And then title is cash. And then debit, how much? Debit 10,000. And then where else do we have it? Here, right? J3, we have the same date. And then I will copy and paste the format here. By the way, when you paste, when I am copying only format, not value, but format, and then pasting it, I need to use paste special. The shortcut key, or one of the ways of using your keyboard is press right hand side button of your mouse and then SST. That's paste special. T meaning format. Okay. And then we will use the same format, copying and pasting the formats. Okay. How much is it? Again, debit side 1200. What else? We have here J4, right? I don't like the format much. Okay, maybe I should. I should add one more line and then here. This is better. Then, okay, right, this is better. And then where else do we have it? Okay, J4, cash, date, on the third date. And then cash is now credited, right? And then where else? On 20th, J8, cash, 10, 20. And where is it? On the credit side, 500. And then J9, cash, 1031. And we can see that it is credited. And then J10, finally. We have cash, 1031. And now it is debited. Right? And then, well, this is, we assume that we assume that the operation began in on October 1st. So we don't have no beginning balance, but usually when it comes to cash, you have beginning balance. Anyhow, we don't have any beginning balance, so we can say that this is our initial balance. And then to the initial balance, we will accumulate the debit increase and credit decrease. Okay. What you have to do is copy and paste. Okay. Again, what's happening here? As you copy and paste, Excel do its job. Again, here what you see is L3 plus J4 minus K4. As you copy and paste, the formulas are changed. The addresses are changed. L4 plus J5 minus K6. L5 plus J6 minus K6, and the like. Okay, so that we can say that, oh, by the end of the month, the cash balance is 16,100. Okay, that is the cash general ledger. Okay, then when we figured out cash, shall we move on to the next item, such as supplies? Well, let's do it line one by one. J1, owners capital. And we can see that the date is the first date, and it is on the credit side. Likewise, that's it, right? For owner's capital. All right, cool. And then let's move on to the equipment. When it comes to equipment, we can see that it is found on J2, equipment. The date, this date, and on the debit side, right? And then that's it, right? We don't have any other equipment. So we will just copy and paste the formula from cash. When it comes to owner's capital, we know that its normal balance is credit side, right? So what we should do is credit minus debit. All right, we've finished owner's capital, equipment, posting of to the owner's capital and equipment general ledger. And what else? Notes payable. Okay, let's do that. J2, date, and it is on the credit side. And owner's notes payable its normal balance as a liability is, yes, credit side. So we will copy and paste the formula of owner's capital. Again, owner's capital is credit minus debit, right? Okay, done. And owner's unearned revenue, which is a liability item, right? Do you remember that? So liability meaning the behavior is the same as notes payable. So we will copy and paste for the amount 1200. Rent expense, okay, J4, date, and it's on the debit side. Expenses have debit side as its normal balance, so which is the same as cash. So I will copy and paste the cash's formula. And then prepaid asset, J5, date, 600 on the debit side, right? And then it is an asset item, so I will copy and paste cash's formula. What else? Supplies, J6, date, and the debit side. This is the only supplies item, which is an asset item. So I will copy and paste another asset items formula, prepaid insurance. And then accounts payable, date J6, 2500, right? 2500. Okay, it is a liability item, so I will copy and paste liability items formula here. Okay. And then owner's drawing, J8 on 20th, 500 debit. And owner's drawing has debit side as its normal balance. So I will copy and paste another item that has normal balance, debit as normal balance, which is an asset item, cash. And another expense item, salaries and wages expense, 4,000. And then we will copy and paste the expense items formula here. Okay. And then finally, sales. On the credit side, we will copy and paste. Sales has credit side as its normal balance, the same as liability items. So I will copy and paste a liability items formula. Okay. So we've prepared the general ledger. But for educational purposes, we often use, rather than this tabular form of general ledger, we often use something called T account, okay? Because it is easier to understand when it comes to sort of complicated transactions. What's an example of T account? First of all, I want to draw T. So let me hide all of these grid lines. How do you do that? You lock entire table, spreadsheet, and then go to format, Control-1, and then let's fill the entire spreadsheet with white color. Okay, no lines. Good. Then also I'd like to hide it for now. So grab the general ledger and then hide H. Okay. A T account, cash. What you do is for cash, you draw a huge T. You don't have to follow here because drawing T accounts is not easy using Excel. I am sort of used to drawing the lines in Excel, so I can do it easily, but you don't have to follow me actually. Okay, so I'm drawing a huge T, something like this. Then on top of, right, a T is here drawn. And then above the horizontal line, I will write down the account title, cash, as an example. And then you post all debit sides here and then credit side balances here. For example, something strange is happening. Okay. Sorry about that. What we have is on October 1st, we have cash 10,000. Okay. And then the same date, we have cash 1,200, right? And then we have here cash credit this time. And the date is October 3rd. And then on October 1st, again, 600 cash credited. And then here, October 20th, cash 500 credited. And then on 26th, 4,000 is credited. Finally, 31st, 10,000 is debited. When you are done, at the end of the period, you close by drawing another line. And then you calculate the sum of the all debit balances minus sum of all credit balances. Sum of the debit, sum of the debit minus sum of the credit. Okay. Then we have 15,200. Is it the same as what we did on general ledger? 15,200. And here it's 16,100. What makes the two different? I wonder. Okay, on January 1st, 10,000. January 1st, 400. January 3rd, 600. Oh, we have 900. Right? Oh, this 900 is missing. Where is it? Sorry about that. 900. 900. This one is missing. Okay, good. Better to catch it out, right? So we will add one line here and J3, right? Is it J3? J9. Okay, okay, this is J5. Sorry about that. J4, cash, 900 on the credit side. And the date is, here it is, okay? And copy and paste, right? Copy and paste onto. Okay. And paste up to here. Okay, so the ending balance 15,200 is the same. Okay. All right. So this is so-called T account. When in practice, you say that this kind of tabular form of general ledger is more widely used. But for educational purposes, we will from time to time visit this, use this T accounts as our format of general ledger. Okay, so going back to the general ledger business, we can from this general ledger, we can say that the ending balance of cash is here 15,200, and the ending balance of for everything else we have only one lines. So ending balance of each of them are here printed, right? When you have a general ledger, you can prepare trial balance. What's trial balance? You leave only the ending balance, okay, of cash, of I want asset items first, such as supplies. And what else? Asset item. Equipment. I think, oh, and prepaid insurance. Okay. Prepaid insurance. Are we done? I think we are done, right? Let's move on to liability items such as accounts payable and unearned revenue and notes payable. Okay. Then let's move on to owner's capital and owner's drawing, sales, and expense items. Okay, I think we have all of them. How many? 12 of them. How many? 12 of them, right? Okay, excellent. Then let's write ending balances of debit sides here and credit sides here. Then ending balance of cash is here, right? That of supplies is here. That of prepaid insurance is here, and the like. But you know what? There is a better way of working on it. That is, okay, I was about to say that let's find out the account from this table and then return back the balances. But actually, for cash, we have multiple line items. So yeah, we cannot use the function that I was thinking. So let's move on. Oh, sorry about that. Cash and supplies and prepaid insurance and equipment, accounts payable and unearned, accounts payable is a liability item, so that should be credited. Accounts payable and unearned revenue, notes payable, owner's capital, and then owner's drawing. It has a debit side as its normal balance, sales, and two expenses. All right. Then the trial balance as of is like this. And we just need to double check whether our calculation is correct or not by checking whether debit side total is the same as credit side total. Are they the same? Yes. Well, we cannot guarantee that even though the debit and credit side totals are the same, it is error-free. No, that's not what I'm saying. It is just one of the ways of checking you can, partly be comfortable. At least it's not different, right? If it's different, then you are definitely wrong. But it is the same, so we can sort of be comfortable with the result. Okay, one last thing that I want to tell you now is, in this chapter is, in accounting, the practice is when you are about to make a calculation, then you make a single underline. What do? Go to the format. What's that? Control 1. And then click font, and then single accounting. And then when it is the last line, then you do make a double accounting underline. Okay. Okay. So we've prepared a trial balance, and that's the end of chapter 2. And we will, in the next video, we will begin studying chapter 3, which is adjusting entries. Right. See you there.